out there in TikTok and YouTube. Good to have you along for the ride here. Let's go back and look at GNPX is pulling back. XRTX, SNTI. All right. Manage them, manage them. Keep your eyes on them. I wouldn't recommend getting into more than one at a time this morning so you can focus on it. They're being monsters here this morning. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Not trusting it right now. I had a good entry on that, Terry, at 31, but it's back to 31.7, and I'm not trusting it. So I'm going to take about a half a penny gain on that one. It's not going to be anything, but I'm not liking it. So it's better just take the half a penny and move on. It might bounce. It might not. I don't know. It's back to 32.5 now. So it is crawling back up, and it may go back up to 40. 40 is what I was looking for. But got too close to my entry. It got too close to my entry. I'm not going to let it bite me. I'm not going to let it get the best of me. Good morning. Good morning to everybody. Let's see. Kathy, good morning over there on YouTube. David, good morning. You wanted it to break 40. It might still break 40. It's very, very possible. It still might do that. Good morning, Mustang Lou from Tarpon Springs. How's the weather over there? I'm up in northern Indiana at the moment. We're live from the RV this morning. As you can tell, I'm not in my office like I normally am. And I'll be doing my live stream from the RV here for a couple of weeks. I decided to come north, visit the kids, the grandkids. Let's see. Let's take a look here. PRTG. Well, we didn't really get anything at. We've taken a few scalps. We've taken a few scalps off of a few stocks this morning, but nothing major. Nothing really is moving tremendous. XRTX is trying. Let me try IVF. There. Ben, the ride was good. It was a good drive. Drove all the way through from Florida all the way to northern Indiana in one fell swoop. I did stop along the way, obviously, for gas and took a nap at highway rest stops, pulled in, slept for an hour and a half or so, and then took off again. But I'll tell you, I was tired. I was tired when I got here. I slept all day. Ampy, let's see, Veri, VERI, looks like we have a price target maintained there. Dalu, am I pronouncing that right? Good morning. Ampy's down this morning. Amplify Energy had a nice run in after hours on Friday that I missed, of course, because I was traveling. But it looks like it's going sideways. It dropped down considerably here this morning in early pre-market and going sideways. We'll definitely have to keep an eye on it. What do you know about Buffalo, New York? I don't know anything about Buffalo, New York. I've never been there. Silver Fox, good morning. Let's see. GBH. Evero, good morning. All right. Well, with any luck, 8 o'clock blesses us with something nice. AGMH is not doing anything. GNLN just popped up a fuzz. That's a 1 penny stock. Be careful with that. PMAX, PMAX, Powell Max Limited. This one is pushing up a little bit here. It popped up right at 7 o'clock up to about 47 cents and then fell. It's back to 44. Let's see. INEO pulling down. PRTG kind of going sideways, not really doing much. NAYA, nothing there. How about AUR? Nothing. PRZO, nothing. QSG, nothing. Hoo-wee, talk about slow. SNTI, let's go back and look at our press releases. SNTI starting to push back up again. Got a little scalp off of SNTI this morning. All right. So we've got about 15 minutes. 15 minutes until the 8 o'clock press releases come out. Wanted to say good morning. Welcome to everybody. We are live from the RV this morning up in northern Indiana. It was a long drive from Florida, Central Florida, I can tell you that. But it was a good drive. No major problems. Everything went real smooth. Had a very baffling and funny exchange with the clerk at Buc-ee's. Oh, hey, an FYI. I went from, when I left Florida, gas was $3.09. Regular unleaded was $3.09 in Florida when I left. When I got into Georgia, to the first Buc-ee's that I stopped at, it was $2.75. And I thought, man, I hit the jackpot here with gas. My gosh. So I filled her up, topped it off good. Thought I'd hit the jackpot at $2.75. Got up through into Kentucky. And they put in a brand new Buc-ee's. It's a brand new Buc-ee's just before you cross over into Indiana on 65, I believe it was. Brand new Buc-ee's, pulled in, and the gas was $2.35. $2.35 for gas. I took a picture of it because I didn't think anybody would believe me. $2.35 for gas. You better believe I took advantage of that. and topped her off. That was pretty amazing. And I had a very funny, I'll share this with you really quick before our 8 o'clock press releases come out. I had a funny exchange with the clerk at Buc-ee's in, I think I was in Tennessee, just south of Chattanooga. I think it was just south of Chattanooga, and it was like 2 o'clock in the morning. It was real early in the morning. Hardly anybody there. It was kind of a ghost town. Plug, PLUG, signs a $525 million secured credit facility with Yorkville Advisors and reports strong preliminary Q1 for 2025. Plug, PLUG. Take a look. PLUG. Let's get a quick scalp off of that one. Let's get a quick scalp off of Plug, PLUG. Let's see if we can scalp a few pennies off of that one. Secured facility. With the pullback. We all know about the pullbacks. So we'll take a quick scalp off of that one. On the pullback. Now it's pulling back on revenue. Good, 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 good. Looking good on that pullback so far. All right. Silo, SILO, extends intellectual property portfolio with a patent application and exclusively licensed Alzheimer's drug. So they've put in a patent application. It's not a patent approval. It's just a patent application for an Alzheimer's drug. Now, the stock is pushing up a little bit on that news. Volume is coming in, is moving up. Silo, SILO. PRZO starting to pump up a little bit. PRZO. Pumping up just a little bit. How many of you took advantage of Plug with me? How many grabbed some Plug with me down there? Yes, Plug had some news this morning. We're just taking a quick scalp on this now. Just a quick scalp. We're not looking for this thing to run 100% or 80% or even 50%. We're just taking a quick scalp on it. So far this morning, that seems to be the strategy. Quick in, quick out, wait for the pullbacks, let it run up 10, 15 cents, and then take the scalp and get out. We're going to have to just get it where we can get it. 8185. Good job, Bob. All right. So anyway, keep it sorted by news here, just in case something pops up while I'm running my mouth. I go to Buc-ee's at 2 o'clock in the morning, and I got coffee. Now, if any of you've been into Buc-ee's, you know they've got this big, massive coffee station, and they had cups below where the coffee machines were at. And they had these little white styrofoam cups, coffee cups. Now, we all go to the gas station, get coffee, and you get them in a white styrofoam coffee cup. So I grab a white styrofoam coffee cup, and I get my coffee, put the lid on it, go up front, and the lady says, "Is that coffee?" I said, "Yeah, just one coffee." I said, I don't know what size it is, but it was the cup that's there with the coffee. And she said, "Well, that's not a coffee cup." I said, "Oh, okay, well, it okay." She said, "Well, you need that in a coffee cup." I said, "Well, I don't. I thought that was a coffee cup. It's a styrofoam cup." And she said, "No, those aren't the coffee cups." I said, "Okay, but can you just ring it up? I mean, I don't know what size that is, but can you just ring it up as a large or a?" She said, "Well, we can't ring it up unless it's in a coffee cup." I said, "Okay, what do you want me to do?" She said, "Well, I can go get you a coffee cup." I said, "Well, I mean, okay." Chaz, good morning. So she gets from behind the counter, goes back, brings a coffee cup back, and brings a brown styrofoam coffee cup. Exact same size as the coffee cup I had. I mean, literally the exact cup. The base, the top, the height, it was the exact same size cup. The exact cup, except the coffee cup was brown, this one was white. And she says, she brings it and sets it down and says, "Would you like me to pour it and transfer it into the other cup, or do you want to do it?" And at this point, I'm like, I'm not understanding what's going on here. So I said, "Well, I can pour it. I mean, so I poured it into the other cup. Exact same cup, folks, except the coffee cup was brown and this one was a white. And I'm very confused at this point. And I said, "It's the exact same cup." She said, "Yeah, but this one's a coffee cup." I said, "Okay, but it doesn't really matter to me. I mean, I get coffee in coffee cups at the gas station all the time." And she said, "Well," and another lady behind the counter heard our conversation, and she walked over, she said, "The reason you don't want to put it in the white styrofoam cup is because the coffee might melt the cup." And I was like, "Huh? I put coffee in white styrofoam coffee cups all the time." That's what coffee goes in when you go to the gas station, is a white styrofoam coffee cup generally. Every bank, every office, everybody uses white styrofoam coffee cups. I says, it's not going to melt the cup. The coffee's not that hot. And she said, "Well, it has to be in a coffee cup." I was like, "Okay." So she rang it up, and I walked out. I wasn't going to argue with them anymore, but I walked out, and I was like confused as all get out. I said, "I don't know if I'm just tired or what, but I'm not understanding what just took place here." They made me switch it because it wasn't an official coffee cup. And I thought, what the heck is going on here? I thought, man, that was just weird to me. But I suppose the only thing I can figure is that people come in with their own cups and try to fill them up with coffee, and then they don't know how to charge because everybody's cups are different. So to battle that, the coffee has to be in one of their official cups. That's the only thing I could think of. So, but it was a styrofoam cup right out of there. I mean, it was right below the coffee machine, for God's sakes. I mean, you would automatically assume that was the coffee cup, but they had a whole nother section with the brown Buc-ee's coffee cups. Anyway, I thought it was quite funny after I left. I sat in the RV when I got back out there, and I was like, man, I don't quite understand what just happened to me. If it had been a different size cup, I would have made perfect sense. But it was the exact cup, and I mean literally the exact cup. Size was exact, just different colors. I thought, wow, 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 wow. They're definitely trained. Definitely trained. But other than that, I didn't have any episodes on the way up north. Coffee Cup Twilight Zone. Yeah, I wish I'd have been filming that. I wish I'd have had my phone on filming that little exchange, because it was baffling and funny all at the same time. And they were very serious. The lady was very serious about me switching that cup. Oh my God. Anyway. All right, we've got 30 seconds. 30 seconds until we get our 8 o'clock press releases. Fingers crossed. Oh, we need a good one here this morning. Anybody take advantage of plug with me? Anybody scalp that one good? I damn sure did. All right, let's see. ONTF firms deepen client engagement. That's fluff. MLGO announces strong net income and cash growth in 2024. That's on MLGO. GLMD signed a term sheet for development of a novel sublingual formulation. GLMD. Tara, price target. EVAX, EVAX. Their new vaccine targets trigger a tumor-reactive immune response. Let's see. It popped up on very little volume and then pulled back. EVAX, EVAX, EVAX. That one's pushing up just a little bit on a press release. EVAX, EVAX. Brian got plugged from 82 to 87. Good job. Good job. Quick scalps, quick scalps. How about MYNZ, first quarter garbage. MLGO. I don't know if anybody grabbed MLGO or not, but doing well. GLMD. GLMD. How many of you grabbed that one? GLMD. Let's see. CMMB reports new positive clinical data supporting impact on primary sclerosing cholangitis. Okay, CMMB on some new technical data on one of their drugs. CMMB. MLGO still climbing. Hopefully somebody got some. Scott, 224 to 315 on GLMD. Beautiful. Billy, 277 to 320. That's what I'm talking about. Wolfpack is on it. ASTS. Collaboration between satellite ground reach. Nothing there. ABS. First quarter financials. CLDI. Payload delivery systemic. Keep an eye on CMMB. See if that one pops for you. ELAB. ELAB, ELAB. Their co-founder is going to be featured on a show called Bear Bull Traders, following the announcement of positive FDA response supporting submission of an investigational new drug for a phase 2 clinical trial. Let's look at THAR. THAR. We've traded THAR before. THAR pumping up here a little bit. THAR. We got positive FDA feedback on a drug they're working on for fentanyl. Abuse and other opioid abuses. THAR. All right, now let's click down through the rest of these press releases and see if anything is worth a darn. EVAX, we already mentioned EVAX, EVAX. 80% of the EVAX 1 vaccine targets trigger a tumor-reactive immune response. And they're presenting that data at an annual meeting. It popped up to 2, a little over 2, and then pulled back. It's at 174 right now. Let's see, LFMD. Let's go back and look at THAR. THAR is pulling down hard. MDWD, World Conference, Lucy. Let's see. Presenting at a healthcare conference. Bryce, GLMD from 216 to 312. Nice. Very nice. MDWD World Data at a Wound Care Conference. ZNTL announces first patient dosed in a Part 2 clinical trial. That's kind of fluffy. That's not big news. iPhone user here, GLMD 195 to 3. I love it. Love it. Anybody out there in TikTok get some of that? That GLMD? I want to hear from you if you did. Got to get this party rocking here. This thing popped off pretty nice. From $1.57 all the way to, let's see, it hit, well, it wicked up to $3.30 in that second 1 minute candle, but then it pulled back, went all the way back to $3.15. JG 245 to 3. Beautiful trade. Beautiful trade. All right, let's go back. Let's look at PRTG again. PRTG. PRTG has been kind of going sideways most of the morning here, since 7 o'clock anyway. And it is popped up early this morning in early pre-market, but it's been going sideways. And just here in the last 4 or 5 minutes, it's starting to climb up again. We'll see if it's got what it takes to break 13 again. Now let's see if GLMD is going to skyrocket back up for us again or not, and get back up over 3. Here's another press release. CMPX announces its poster presentation. Nothing there. GLMD pushing back up again. Will it break 3? Will we break 3? Again, 291. Getting close. Getting close. LFMD announces the acquisition of key assets from Optimal Human Health MD, a nationwide women's health virtual care provider. No volume on that stock. MB, yes, I'm in my RV this morning. I left Florida Friday after the live stream Friday morning and drove straight through. Stopped for naps here and there. But yeah, I'm in the RV and I'll be going live here in the RV for the next couple of weeks till I get back down to Florida, back to the home office. Wanted to come north and visit kids, visit the grandbabies, and decided I would bring the wolf pack along with me. I don't get vacations. BBAI starting to push up, trying so hard to get back up over 390. It's trying very hard. Northern Indiana, that's where I'm at. Northern Indiana. Sitting in the RV, got my hot cup of coffee, even got a Dr. Pepper. I'm all set, man. Life is good. CMMB, new positive clinical data supporting impact in primary sclerosis. We already knew about that one. That one didn't do anything. Tornado Alley. My life is vacations. Oh, funny. And I do have coffee in the correct cup this time, so just saying. I got it in the correct cup this time. When you're retired, every day is a weekend. Every day is a weekend. Never forget that. But I still work with the Wolfpack every single morning, except the weekends, of course, when the market's closed. Yeah, I needed a brown cup. It's got to be in a brown Buc-ee's cup or it's not officially coffee. Coin announces a $180 price target by Compass Point. All right, let's take a look at these press releases. MLGO trying to push back up again after that ugly little dump. And it might be doing it. MLGO might be going back up. It's back to 854. This stock dipped all the way down to 810 before it jumped back up to 855. Nice scalp right there for anybody that took the dip on that one. GLMD struggling here in the 280s. Looks like it wants to bottom out around 278 or so. And it's bouncing around in this area. We'll see if this thing wants to pop. Get it back up over 3 and give us a 100% run on that one. All right, OLMA, nothing there. CASK, financials. Is there something on S&T at 8:30? Yeah, I believe there was a conference call at 8:30 this morning, Eastern time, on SNTI. Correct me if I'm wrong. Barry, I am using E-Trade. I use their platform called E-Trade Pro. They don't offer that anymore. They discontinued that, but allowed people who were already in it, sort of grandfathered into it, they allowed those folks to continue using it. And I love it. All right, plug bouncing around at 90 cents here. We got a bid in to sell here at 992. Current bid 902. Just popped up. On the ask, rather. I'm sorry. I misspoke. I misspoke. Now, let's go back and look at MLGO. How many of you grabbed MLGO? How many of you? We just popped up to 889. GLMD. Let's go back and look at that one. GLMD. Trying really hard to get back over 3 again. It's wicked up over 3 a couple of times, but it can't seem to maintain it. But it is pushing up right now. Come on. Push up. GLMD to 314 now. Boom. Come on, let's go. MLGO. Let's break $9 on this one. GLMD. We want to break 3 and stay above 3. Carry 290 to 310 on GLMD. Nicely done. Nicely done. All right, I'll tell you what, we're going to stick with you, if you don't mind. We're going to stick with you till 8:30, and we're going to give you the 8:30 press releases. If you don't mind, we'll give you the 8:30 press releases for those of you that want to stick around that long. And hopefully we can throw something out there at you worthwhile. Vicky, good morning. Now remember, we have a conference call. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong on this conference call now. I think we have a conference call at 8:30 on SNTI. Vicky, good morning. And we'll see if that conference call pushes that price up a little bit. Sammy got GLMD 275 to 310. Nice trade, Sammy. Beautiful. Nice trade. We just wicked up to 319 on that one. That's on GLMD. That one's treating us pretty well. MLGO is treating us relatively well this morning as well. We definitely want a break of $9 on that one, though. That would make me smile. Big smile. See that break 9. GLMD is up 100%. We got 100% run off of that press release. Evo GLMD, another Wolfpack member, 246 to 281. Nice quick scalp on that. I like it. We're going to take them where we can get them this morning. 10 cents here, 20 cents there, 40 cents, whatever we can scalp off of them. It adds up. By the end of the day, it will add up. Just quick little base hits, not looking for a home run at this point. Now, I will say with GLMD, we did get a home run here. Scalped plug, nice. Now, let's go back and look at MLGO. Boom! Can we all say boom together? Look at MLG. I hope you guys are banking on that son of a gun. Look at that go. Nicely done, MLGO. You beautiful bastard. Look at that thing run. 920. Oh, that is sweet. Was looking for that 9 to make me happy, and boom, right on up to 920. Gosh, that is sweet. Plug is still moving. Plug is still trying. Bless its heart, it is still trying. For those of you that are in Plug, Stevie Ray scalped a little off of Plug. Good job. Good trade. 930 now on MLGO. Where's that wolf pack howl for this morning? I love it. Boom, 935, folks. 944, 948, 950. Boom again. How about that? Love it. The Wolfpack is the real deal. Oh my God, I love press releases, don't you? Wicked up to 950, 960. Holy cow. 964. Who's holding tight? Who's got those diamond hands? Terry, are you holding tight? Who is holding tight on MLGO? Wonder Twin powers activate. Form of a wolf. We are eating well this morning on this one. Nice. That is sweet. I did real good in NAC, and I have you to thank. Well, I'm glad you did good on that one. IVF. Let's take a look real quick. IVF. IVF just popped, but this is, don't pay attention to that candle. Now pay attention to the candle. The bid on this thing is IVF. It looks like it's an extremely small float here. IVF. Yeah, I did very well on NAC as well. I think I did around 200% on that one. That was a really nice stock. And I'm watching IVF here to see if this one wants to pop. Look at the 3-month chart. Nothing there. All right. Looks like an IPO. It's got a low float, apparently. Terry, GLMD, 268 to 302. Good trade, Terry. That is nice. I love it when people make these kind of trades, man. Locking in profit. RX. Looks like first quarter 2025 business update. Okay, that's not going to help anybody. All right, we've got about 2.5 minutes. If you can hang out with us for 2.5 more minutes. Look at MLGO, 987, 988. We wicked up to 990. How sweet is that? 993. 995. 96. 97. Come on, baby. Pop that $10. 1017. Oh, shit. Nice. Nice. And you got the press release right here from the Wolfpack in real time, live. PPBT, positive data. PPBT, Purple Biotech, saying they have positive data on a colorectal and head and neck cancers. Positive clinical trial data. PPBT. PP, B as in boy, T. PPBT. Purple Biotech. So it pops on the news, you wait for the pullback, and then you start looking at it. All right, MLGO. PPBT. Is it going to pop or not? Come on, purple. Purple, purple. Is it going to pop? MLGO 1020. What did we just hit? 1029. Oh, I don't see anybody posting anything about MLGO. I hope somebody is running this thing, just playing it like a fiddle. This is beautiful. MLGO. All right, here's our 8:30 press releases. Got quite a few of them here. CZWI. Adjusted first quarter stuff. ICCM exhibits ProSense sponsors and sponsors Breast Coalition courses and Society of Breast Imaging. That's junk. AIRE appoints Crystal Rip has new CMO. ATNM data showing more infectious than and is highly infectious. Prostate cancer tumor models, breast cancer research annual meeting. That's junk. Poet announces $25 million offering priced at premium to market. Poet, POET. Public offering at $5 per unit. The stock is at $4.19. The bid is at $4.06, and they're doing an offering at $5. Bid is at $4.06, and they're doing an public offering at $5, and the bid is at $4.06. That's on Poet, P-O-E-T. RSLS receives notice of allowance for a key patent, U.S. patent, for intragastric balloon systems. It's on Reshape, RSLS. RSLS with a new patent. Poet, P-O-E-T, is the one that had the offering. $25 million offering priced at a premium to the market. In other words, the pricing of the offering is above where the price currently is. So they're doing the offering at $5. The bid was at 406 when I gave it to you. The bid is now at 410, so it is creeping up slowly. No volume on this stock really to speak of. There's only 20,000 shares traded on it, so it's very, very low volume at this point. OMEX. OMEX, Odyssey Marine Exploration, confirms sufficient operational funding and welcomes a new executive order. OMEX, starting to pop up again here. This one's been on our radar this morning already. OMEX. ATNM. This is one we read off a little bit, about 3 minutes ago. It came out, it's a re-release. The press release came out about 34 minutes ago, but they re-released it again about 4 minutes ago about the effectiveness of a drug they've got in prostate cancer tumor models. And they're going to be presenting the data at a research annual, American Association for Cancer research annuals meeting. So it popping a little bit, but there's no volume there. It's up and down, up and down. BBAI, looks like class action lawsuit. NAGE, nothing there. Looks like the rest of these are not moving, these press releases. Got about 17 more here to click through, but I've already clicked on the ones that are actually green. AMPG. AMPG receives division record purchase order for $2 million from a Fortune 500 company. AMPG received a $2 million purchase order from a Fortune 500 company. DVLT, nothing there. ECOG, a lot of conferences, announcements of financial releases, quarterly financial stuff. Terry, MLGO, 864 to $10. And he says, beautiful bastard. That is right. I'm clicking through these press releases. I'll go back and look at some of these press releases that we read through here and just recap real quick on what's going on with them. But I got to get through all of these first so I don't miss anything. Most of these are pretty fluffy press releases. NAGE announcing their first quarter 2025 results on May 7th. Getting a lot of those kind of press releases. They're throwing out dates when they're going to do their first quarter financials. All right, let's go back now. Look at MLGO. We hit 1067 on this. Not bad from $8. Not bad from $8 on a press release. That's pretty nice. And I'm hoping a bunch of you caught that. Let's see. Plug is hanging in there. Plug is hanging in there. GLMD is pulling down. OMEX on their press release, pumping up. Now this has gone from $1.25 to $1.71 on that press release. We love our press releases. Yeah, Plug's been around for a long time. We've traded that one many times. GLMD is pretty ugly little pullback here. We'll see if it's going to turn around or not. It's still up 75%, so it's still done very well. OMEX now at 173. Scott's in at 145. Good job. Good grab there. You're in the money. Keep it that way. Keep it that way. One more press release here. MIRM presenting data at an upcoming medical conference. Let's look at OMEX again. James in at 157. Now at 175. Make sure you guys are locking in profit. Even if it's selling off 25% of your shares, scale out as it goes up, scale out a little bit, or sell the whole kit and caboodle of them. But make sure you're paying yourself. It's bad news when you're in the money. The stock has ran up. You're in the money really nicely, but you're not happy with it, and it tanks and it drops quickly. It can put a sick feeling in your stomach. So it's never a bad idea to scale out as it goes up and just don't get greedy. We're not in the kind of market right now where we can afford to be greedy on these things. This is not the market for it right now. This is a quick scalp, get in, get out, lock in your profits kind of market. And it has been for several weeks. And I don't see any indication that it's going to stop anytime soon. So instead of looking for those big home runs and those big grand slams, base hits. Just take those base hits, lock in some green, and get out and move on to the next one. There's always a next one, always. So just lock in a little bit, move on. Lock in a little bit, move on. Holding too long will not be a good thing for you. All right. That's going to be it for me this morning with TikTok and YouTube. You guys have a wonderful, wonderful day today. There will not, I repeat, there will not be a 4 p.m. after hours trading session from me. I will not do a live day at 4 p.m. My deepest apologies, but I am up here to visit my family, my kids, my grandkids, and I need to do that. So I want you guys to have a great evening. I'll see you bright and early tomorrow morning again, 7:35 on TikTok, 7:35 on YouTube. I will be here 7:35. Now, if you want to join us sooner than that and get those 7 o'clock press releases, the 7:30 press releases, all you got to do is pop over to the website, the Wolfpack Community website, which is wolfpackcommunity.com, patcommunity.com and subscribe to live trading, the live Zoom trading. We go live on Zoom every morning at 6:45 in the morning, and we're on till about 9:30 in the morning. So if you'd like to join us for that, you're more than welcome to. And until tomorrow, TikTok, YouTube, you guys have a beautiful day of trading. And I'm glad that we were able to throw a couple at you. Let me throw one more at you here. NIO just says some new products coming. Fluff news. All right. You guys have a great time. And I'm going to spend my day later today visiting with friends and family. Have a good one. I'll see you guys later.